Welcome back to my channel. I've just done a video on fear and stress and worry, and I was thinking, I've talked about that side of it and about breaking free from the noise of the media, the governments, medications and pills that people want to pop you with, turning to institutions and structures and systems for help, yet they're the ones benefiting from your illness and your worry and your fear. What I didn't do was talk about some of the ways to help you. It's all right saying break free from the fear and the worry, I get that. But there is one main way, and you've all heard of it, and it's so cliche and it's so basic, but it really does work. It really is the centerfold to healing and awakening. Now, awakening can take a long time. It's a slow journey, and you'll start by noticing these systems in the matrix. That's kind of the start of it. You'll know something's not quite right. I've done a video on this on my channel. I think it was a short. However, you then start learning, and you have this hunger for knowledge and wanting to know more about the world, who you are as a person, as a soul. You then might get into past life regression, wondering who you were in a previous life, why you've come into this life with possible karmic issues, why you have fears and phobias you have no clue or recollection why you have them, i.e. I'm scared of the water in case I might drown, but you've got no reason to fear that or have a phobia of that. Could have come from a past life, carried forward with your soul. And the more and more down the rabbit hole you go with awakening, you might then come on to star seeds and everything else. But the one thing that helps you break free from the systems and structures, look to your inner self, center and balance yourself and free your soul from the prison that is the 3D world, is meditation. Now, meditation is not just sitting or lying with your eyes closed for 10 or 15 minutes. Meditation is intentional work. Work that takes practice. Work that isn't done or advanced easily. Sorry, I forgot my words then. Or perfected easily even. Meditation will still your mind. It will bring you under the utmost focused control your mind has probably ever been. Because 99% of the day, oh no, less than that because we sleep. But yeah, 99% of the actual waking day, you probably don't remember half the stuff you've done. You're just in your own world, doing the same repeat things you do every day. You wake up, you might get a shower, you get a coffee, you let the dog out, you have your breakfast, you go to work, do your work, come home, same thing every day. Meditation brings everything back to you. You're so aware of everything. And it's amazing when you're left alone with your own mind, what you can achieve. This goes hand in hand with breath. Breathing, something we all do and have done since birth. But when you put a focus on breathing, it changes everything. You become centered and grounded. Now, I have some fantastic guided meditations on my channel that you should check out if you're interested in breaking free from the matrix. You want to break your fear and worry and heal. My guided meditations use frequency beats as well. So there is some from 174 hertz for grounding, and there is, I think, 528 hertz as well for healing, DNA repair, that sort of stuff. So I've got some really good guided meditations on there as well, just beginner friendly to start with. Some other things you can do aside from breathing and meditation is exactly what I'm doing now. Take a walk around trees and nature, green, outside. Not only am I out near trees, I'm by a lake as well, just here, just behind them trees. I have an affinity to water. I feel drawn to energy of water and the outdoors. This has been a massive part of my awakening as well. I think I've walked through some trees before and I'm covered in caterpillars. I can feel them and cobwebs and stuff. Anyway, yes, being outdoors in nature, away from the noise, just being at one with yourself is an amazing way to heal and release that fear and that stress and that worry. These birds aren't worried about anything, they're not fearing anything. There's nothing to worry about. We are free souls, we are infinite souls, a part of this magnificent frequency of energy we call the universe. Nothing can touch your soul. Now, another one is to drop the processed and fast food and reach for real whole foods. I'm not talking about going vegan and the new age vegan stuff. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm talking about dumping the processed stuff your body and soul really don't need. And its whole design is to keep you heavy, sluggish, mentally foggy. That's what it's there for. It keeps you trapped in the same system. You're paying for something that not only makes you ill and sick in the long term, but in the intermediate keeps you sluggish, full, heavy, dense. You know, another one, stop drinking tap water. You may be in a different country, I don't know, but in the UK, I absolutely do not advise drinking tap water. Not only is it caked in fluoride, which your third eye really doesn't need if you are interested in awakening that sixth sense within you, cut the tap water. It is not, I'm going to be careful what I say here, but it is not for human consumption. No, it won't make you ill overnight. In the long term, it does not do you any good, and it calcifies your third eye. God, I'm getting caterpillars everywhere. I've got another one on me there. I'm not afraid of them or anything. They're beautiful little things, but I can just feel them all over me. I walked through some trees earlier and I think there's another one on me. Yes, opt for bottled water. Spring or mineral. I like mineral water personally. But it's, you know, tap water. Do your own research. And the tests that have been carried out for bad stuff in tap water. Do your own research and you'll see what I'm talking about. So yes, I only drink bottled water. 99% of the time I'm drinking pure water, not tap water. And I try to eat as best that I can to keep your body and soul at a cellular level ticking over nicely, and not feeding the pharmaceutical company who will later prescribe you pills and different things to combat the thing they've been feeding you all your life, whether it be diabetes or high blood pressure or whatever it may be. Anyway, those are just a few things I wanted to talk about to help you as a follow-on to the last video I made. I hope it's helped. Let me know if you've got any comments in the comments, any feedback or any questions you may have in the comments, and I will see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay unplugged. I'll see you soon.